What's up, people? In this video we are going to do another one of the legendary Wes Watson GP Penitentiary Life Wes Watson video. I did a Wes Watson video before. It surprisingly did very well. I mean, I'd never heard of this guy. I think he's fairly new on YouTube, but seems to have exploded because of his interesting stories and hard-nosed, discipline-centric philosophy on life. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, this one is called Prison Fights, Can't Win 'Em All. I just did a video 23-in-1, or Lockup 23-in-1. I'm really liking these ex-con YouTubers. I like the style of content. Very, very much more stimulating than like eat protein, eat carbs. Like, oh my god, fucking. Anyway, let's see what this is about. Prison Fights, Can't Win 'Em All.
So let me share with you the most humbling time for me in the pen. I was sitting back on my rack, I'm chilling and I'm reading. This is what I always do. I never go in the day room and watch TV with everyone. I'm over that shit. I've heard all the fucking prison stories. I don't want to hear it no more. At this point, I'm like 6 years deep into a 10-year term. So I'm sitting on my rack. Everybody's watching Breaking Bad in the day room. In the pen, they love that show. And they come back and they tell me, hey, Wes, Flex is tripping. He wants to rewatch Breaking Bad and we already watched it. Nobody else wants to watch it. He's kind of pushing up. So they come tell me this, so I go in the day room and I go, hey, big dog, and I'm talking to the kid Flex, he's a bigger kid from Orange County. And I go, can you come talk to me real quick? And he just fires on me. Bink, he tries to hit me in the forehead, and it kind of just deflects off me. And so I pick him up, and I run with him probably 10 feet, boom, and I dump him down, and then I just, I give him like 3 good ones in his face, and he's just sitting there, he hit his head on the stairs when I dumped him down. And then he's covering up his face. He's like, oh, okay, I'm good. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna uncover your face, bitch. I'm gonna move your fucking hands, bitch. And he moves his hands, and I just start just digging 2 fingers in his eye, like as deep as I could. Slam, motherfucker, what? And then it just trademarked his face up. It's just puffy instantly. He's bleeding and shit. And the cops are out the gun tower, and they're like, hey, Watson, get off him. And they got the block gun on me. I'm like, chill the fuck out, we're done. And they don't even trip on me. I get no charges or nothing. They just let us fucking resume program. They relax at this place. They let fights happen all the time. It was a level 2. Fools were banging all the time. It's Thunderdome status. Everybody's in one building. There's fights. The cops ain't even fucking tripping. So then fucking the kid sits on his rack for like 2 weeks. He's trademarked up. His fucking face all lumped up. People have to bring him his tray. People have to bring him his food, you know. And we end up being cool later.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh my god. God. Like, could you imagine? I mean, okay, so like, as far as I understand, I've never been to prison. I know nothing about it. I'm not like claiming to like be more like hardcore than Wes Watts. Like, no, like I got a lot of negative comments on my last video saying like, you don't know shit, man. Like, how dare you have an opinion on Wes Watson? Like, bitch ass motherfucker. It's like, okay, whatever, fine. Anyway, very, very glad I'm not like in the prison system at all. Like, very glad I'm a law-abiding citizen currently and not doing anything to be around people like this who are like, whatever, gouge out your eyes for like wanting to watch a TV show again, which is already stupid. But anyway, what I was going to say is that in prison, it like, and I've heard this from people before, but basically they say if you don't cause trouble, because everybody just wants, like, this is what I've heard these words specifically from several people. Everyone just wants to do their time and get out. You know, that's basically what it comes down to. And again, what do I know? I know nothing, right? But that seems to be the case, right? Like, what? If I'm in prison and I'm obviously not like a hardened criminal or anything, I'm not going to like, in a room full of like convicts, I'm not going to be like, I want to watch Breaking Bad again. Like, no, like, everybody, we're going to watch it again because I said so. Especially like when there's a guy like this in the other room, like ready to like whoop my ass like for no reason. And again, like, you know, as he tells it, he approached the guy and began to talk. He's like, hey man, like, you know, just chill out. Like, it's all good. Like, you don't need to watch it again, right? And then the guy just swung on him for no reason. Like, I don't know. They say that, I forget, there was a study, I think I heard this from Jordan Peterson, where he said that, so there's some statistic about criminals that they have something like they have higher natural levels of testosterone, and they are less, they're more poorly socialized from a young age. Like, they don't get along with other kids, and his reasoning, Peterson's reasoning, is that because the parents don't properly discipline them when it's time to discipline them. So other kids don't want to play with them, and other parents don't want their kids around this kid because they have not been properly disciplined and they have fewer boundaries overall as a result. Not everybody gets out of prison and becomes like a motivational speaker / fitness guy like Wes Watson. This is an exception.
Or whatever's not a big deal. So then the next week, my fucking bunkie goes and tells on me to the dude who has a yard, telling him that I dropped some important shit I shouldn't have dropped. And the dude who has a yard, Dutch, he goes, I don't give a fuck Wes dropped something. I dropped something bigger than what Wes dropped. And he gave it to me, fool. He's all, fuck you telling your bunkie for, get the fuck out of here, you know? And then I get called over to where Dutch is at. Dutch got the yard. And then when I show up, I go, what's up, dog? What's up, homie? What's good? And then he goes, why's your bunkie over here telling on you and shit? I said, what? What'd that motherfucker say? So then he tells me, he's all, go handle business. You know what time it is? So I just go back to the building. Everybody's sleeping. And this fool's in his bed. He knows what's up. And I roll up. I said, get up, bitch. I said, get your fucking fat ass up, you little punk. And he fucking wouldn't even get up because he knew what time it was. He couldn't hang with me. I was going to beat the dog shit out of him. And so he ends up calling me some names he shouldn't call me from his back. So then I get on top of him on the rack and I just start thumping on him, you know? And the problem was I knew I was in trouble for this because he's on his back first off. That's a rule, that you can't hit another white man on his back. And then the other rule is that he's sleeping right next to a black. A black is sleeping right next to us. So I was too close to another race when I engaged in this fight. So I knew I was in trouble. I didn't give a fuck. And so I just beat the dog shit out this fool, pound on him a little bit. And then I walk out to the day room. I call my homegirl. I'm like, hey, that package coming, you know? Like, I know I'm about to get in some trouble. So I want to make sure my package is coming and shit. And then I see that fool gets up. My bunkie gets up and he's in the mirror checking his fucking makeup like a punk, you know? So I come running from like 20 fucking feet away and I just kick him in his ribs. Bah! And he fucking rolls over like 2 toilets. I just flip him over. I kind of threw him halfway in the shower and I just pounded on him. Oh, you fucking punk snitch little motherfucking bitch ass motherfucker. And I'm tripping, you know? Like, I take this shit really seriously. Just like how I take my training out here, how I take the changes of my life. And some people think I'm too amped up. I took that same way, but we ain't going that route no more. It always ends bad. And let me show you how it ended bad for me on this.
Wow, okay, so before he gets to the punchline, I kind of want to look up some of these terms. What is a duchy? What is a duchy in prison? What does duchy mean? I don't know. I guess that's like, maybe that's like the boss or something who owns a yard. I guess that means like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I don't know what that means, but like, could you imagine like this guy training you? He's like your trainer. Oh my God, I'd be in such good shape. So I'd like, do 5 more, bitch. I'd be like, okay, yes, sir. Like, oh my God, frightening. Also, somebody else said in a video that I did of him, they're like, oh, I don't think he's on steroids. Like, he worked out for 10 years so he wouldn't get killed in prison. Like, he's totally natural. Come on, people. Like, again, nothing against him. Like, please don't track me down and like kick me in the ribs, but you know, come on, like I mean, whatever. Anyway, crazy stories. Jesus Christ, man. Like, imagine like how like this. So I was watching another video the other day and they talk about differences between men and women, how men are more likely to take risks, evolutionarily speaking, because the risks, the potential payoff for a man taking a risk is much greater than a woman, right? And the whole reason that he gave is that like women, they kind of have a fixed amount of children, right? Like, all things being equal, right? Women will have generally between like 1 and 7 kids on average. Sometimes more, sometimes women will have no kids, but like it's generally fixed. But how many kids can a man have? Infinite, right? Not infinite, but like thousands if they want. So for a man to take a risk, the payoff is much greater, right? If you take a risk, I'm not saying like go beat the shit out of people in prison, but if you take a risk in business or in a social situation that proves that you're like a cool guy or whatever, you have a lot of value, the potential payoff is that you will have more offspring, I guess. This is all like biologically explained. But imagine having like so little regard for like your own, like I want to say the consequences of your actions, that you'll just go like whoop somebody's ass, like, and break all these prison rules. I don't know anything about these prison rules, but like apparently he broke a lot of them to, I guess, reclaim his honor, I guess is the best way to put it. But like frightening, like holy shit, dude, like insane that like there's actually a world like that. I don't know, I kind of, what happened next?
So since I beat both those fools up, or since I beat this fool up next to another race, and I punched him while he was on his back, it was my turn to get DP'd. I knew I was doing that wrong before I started. I knew I was fucked. So then I fucking, my people tell me, hey Wes, you fucked up. You gotta go get your 23 seconds. And guess who these motherfuckers choose? They choose the kid I just beat up in the day room, and then they choose my bunkie that I just beat up. I swore I was gonna still whoop on both these motherfuckers. But obviously, it's hard to fight 2 people. So I come back, we push the bunks apart, everybody's like, damn, Wes is probably gonna serve these fools, And I'm thinking it too. I'm thinking I just beat these fools up one-on-one, easy as fuck. I'm gonna beat them up, I'm gonna whoop the dog shit out both these fools at the same time, beat the brakes off them, And then we get together, my homies are like fucking watching this shit, making sure it's all good. And then we pull the bunks apart, we're getting the little fucking cage ready. And this is in the pen where we're sliding the bunks apart and fucking, we're making a little ring and shit. And then this fool just drops down and grabs my legs. and then the other fool was just teeing off on me. I couldn't even get a shot off. I couldn't move. He was grabbing my legs, and they just beat the fuck out of me. You know, it was the most humbling shit because they whooped my fucking ass, and I swore I was gonna win. I was way stronger than these fools. I easily whooped them one-on-one, but when they both got on me, it was a wrap. And you know, this was humbling. You know, it just showed me that once again, I could have talked everybody out of this shit. If I didn't walk in the day room all pumped up with that energy that I came in to the kid about the TV, if I came in with less energy, I brought a little less to that, it would have been fine. But I didn't. I came in all hot. I came in tripping, and that's what initiated the whole thing. And the thing with my bunkie, I mean, he had been pushing some shit for me for a long time in there, and he was pissed about it because I wasn't paying him like I said I would. And so just even taking advantage of someone in that aspect like I was fucking me over. You know, it wasn't the right thing. I was telling him, yo, I'll pay you later. We'll pay for those bills later. Keep pushing that shit. Because, you know, I would never touch nothing. I would never see it. But people would do shit for me because I just am that type of motherfucker where I would set shit up and make shit happen. Always have been. I'll never lose that trait. But these are just this is just when an instinct goes bad. And everybody, all you guys on here wanted me to share a time when I lost, because it's like I'm always saying I'm the baddest motherfucker. Some people think that, but in all reality, I'm not. I'm just telling the facts of what happened, and these are the fucking facts. Have I gone through hell and fucking changed myself because I'm sick of that life? I'm sick of the negative.
Okay, good for him, first of all. I think you know, this is a catchy title for sure, but what's the real lesson here, right? I think it's from the Bible, or is it Shakespeare, where they say pride goeth before the fall? I want to say that's the Bible. Proverbs, yeah, so it's from the Bible. Pride goeth before destruction and something else. Pride goes before a fall? I don't know, how does this... Pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall, right? So like, anyway, now I guess he tells a little bit more of the story where when he went into the TV room, maybe he wasn't like, hey man, like maybe we could watch something else. Like, he's like, yo motherfucker, fucking turn that shit off right now, you know what I mean? Like, a little bit of a difference there in communication style, I'm sure. And then with his friend, oh, well actually, his friend didn't just snitch on him for no reason. His friend maybe felt, not violated, but like, whatever, felt like he's been done dirty because, you know, Wes promised to like pay him something specific for the work that he was doing. All of a sudden is not paying him, so he feels cheated. So is now more likely to like sabotage him in whatever, I don't know, hardcore prison way that he wanted to do that. So the plot thickens, and now, okay, apparently it turns out that like, I don't want to say he got what he deserved, but it sounds like he got what he deserved, right? And it's nice to see, from my point of view, somebody who knows nothing about this person, but like, it's nice to see somebody who, like I said before, seems to have, on the surface at least, very little regard for potential consequences of his actions, use the words, that humbled me, because now when you're humbled, you know, what's the implication? That you're naturally going to put more thought into what you do next, because you're thinking, you know, what does being humbled mean? It's like, okay, I'm not actually as great as I thought I was. I need to like tone it down a little bit and treat these people who are around me on a more equal level. Maybe not 100% equal, but give them, you know, let's just say conduct myself more honorably regardless of the hierarchy in the prison system or whatever. Very interesting. These ex-con YouTubers, they're amazing. This is like my new favorite type of motivation. Like, fuck all this like positive thinking bullshit. Like, tell me the story of the time where you got your ass beat because you cheated some dude out of a deal and like gouged out some guy's eyes and they whooped your ass like afterwards. Like, that's what I want to know. It's a more visceral lesson, I feel.
Activity, and I want a positive, better life. Fuck yeah, I have. And that's the main thing I'm trying to push to you guys, is that it's possible to walk the fuck away. It's possible to talk it out. Most people don't want these problems. Most people don't even want to live in that manner they're living. They're kind of just fucking easily influenced, and they're fucking their life up from fucking shitty influence. So me seeing that, I wanted to come out, use my strength, use my stature in the system, and use the fucking drama that I've been through to tell you guys it ain't fucking worth it. I ain't some fucking straight slacking ass motherfucker who came out the system talking about, hey, look how much time I did with no fucking tats and some titties and no fucking muscle. You can tell a lot about how someone did their fucking time by the way they fucking look, and motherfuckers gotta realize that. You have to fucking acquire what you admire, and you can't just tell a story and fucking say you're some motherfucker. We can tell straight up, and that's just what it comes down to. So I mean, you know, me being around some of the fucking heaviest hitters the whole fucking time I was down, I should have learned a long time ago. And this is 6 years into my sentence. I still didn't learn. I was still being a dipshit, doing dumbass shit, and it still bit me in the ass. I was still looking for easy fucking money. I was still being violent to people. It just was the most foolish shit. It was about at that time when I quit everything. Right after I got my ass whooped like this, I quit everything. I was fucking, there was a time where I was sitting on my rack and I was sad, man. Everybody in the pen, when you get your ass whooped, everyone acts like you got fucking leprosy or something. Motherfuckers just act like they don't even know you once you get your ass whooped. They walk right by you, they're like, it's a fucking weird ass feeling, man. It makes you're just thinking like, dude, I want to escape. I want to fucking get the fuck out of here, like, this is some bullshit. I went from being a hero to a zero in 1 second. And that's how it's gonna feel for you when you get busted. When you're out here slanging, you got the Range Rover, you got your G-Wagon, you got your stats, you're weighing your money, you're pushing packs, you're the fucking man, you're on top of the world. The second that shit goes bad, you're gonna feel just how I felt in there. You're gonna fucking be at the bottom of the barrel. Everyone forgets about you. All that shit you did was for nothing. So now we come out, now we're doing it the right way. We're not gonna let them take it from us. We ain't gonna lose it. And we're gonna validate ourselves through our action, positive action that can't be taken. We're gonna work hard in the workouts. We're gonna eat better to get our desired result, to enjoy our body and enjoy our lives. And we're gonna do business the right way. We're gonna save the money. We're gonna really get somewhere. We're really gonna invest.
Am I wrong about what I said about this, like, being like the real motivation? Like, yeah, okay, fine, like the old, let's call it old school now, the guys in suits talking about how they worked hard in their office and blah blah blah. Like, okay, fine, I'm not saying, not to take anything away from the more traditional, like, motivational speaker who, like, came from nothing, let's say. Like, I'm not saying they all, like, have a degree or anything like that. Plenty of guys came from, say, a bad neighborhood, came from nothing, and climbed their way up to the point where now they're, like, financially successful or whatever. But, like, this is on another level. To spend 10 years of your life in a cage and to somehow come out of it with, let's say, values that are conducive to living a traditionally successful life. And again, I don't know anything about this guy. I'm basing all my opinions based on, like, what I've seen in his YouTube videos. His channel seems very popular. As far as I know, he got out less than a year ago. So, like, to achieve this level of success in under a year is 1 in a million, you know what I mean? Yeah, I like it. Like, send me more XCOM YouTubers, like, please. What else was I gonna say? Like, as far as, like, when you get your ass beat, for example, or when you take a loss, right? Let's extrapolate that and say, like, when you take a loss in the business world or what, in your social circle, whatever, people are going to kind of treat you a little bit less good, right? Like, I'm reading this book right now by Dan Pena. It's called How to Make Your First 100 Million. And he talks about the importance of managing perception, right? Like, there's two things. There's substance and there's perception, right? You kind of need both. You can't have one. I mean, I guess you can have one without the other. And most people, given the choice, would choose substance, right? Because, like, naturally you're going to think, like, all right, I can either, like, be able to talk a good game and not be able to back it up, or I can, like, be shit at talking and have, bad people not perceive me in a good way, but at least I can back it up if I have to, right? But or is it Dan Pena? No, it's another book. It's I forget the name of it. It's a book about real estate. I have no interest in real estate, but it's like a very interesting business book, whatever. Anyway, I'm reading it, and the guy talks about how, okay, he's a real estate agent, gets screwed over all the time, either by the buyer or by the seller. Everyone's always trying to cheat him out of a commission, steal his deals. Like, it's a jungle in the real estate world, apparently. And he talks about how, in order to differentiate himself from other real estate brokers or agents, he would, like, spend as much money as he could on the nicest suits. Instead of sending a business card, he would spend, like, he would buy these brochures that cost $5 per brochure, right? Wholesale cost. And he would mail it to these people. He'd have one phone call with them, and if they seemed interested, he would get on a plane and fly out to meet them. Not, like, get details over the phone, like, none of this stuff. Like, he would create this perception around himself that he was somebody worth talking to. Now, like, I guess in prison you have to back up your talk on a more regular basis. Like, you can't only, or as far as I know, what do I know? I have no idea. But, like, it seems like he was, like, in his case, I guess if you talk that much shit, you're gonna have to back it up eventually, right? But once that perception is gone, because he's still the same person, he could still, like, whoop somebody's ass one-on-one. Probably most people in there, I have no idea, but, like, dude seems pretty intense. I also watched this at, like, 2 times speed, but let's just say, like, he's above average in terms of, like, being able to whoop somebody's ass. Still, perception is gone. You just got your ass beat. Like, people are going to give you less respect. Also, one more thing is that, in prison, a lot of the prisoners do steroids, right? It's not like, I mean, of course, I've never been. Do I really know? Have I, like, watched prisoners, like, inject? No, but it's frequently said that there are lots of steroids in prison, right? Like, these guys are, like, selling cocaine. Like, you think they can't get steroids? Like, or I don't know if they're selling it. Like, whatever. You heard what he was saying. I was pushing this. I was moving that. He served some stuff for me. Like, blah blah blah. These guys are, like, they're still like doing all kinds of like illegal shit in jail. So, you know, you think they can't get like a $60 vial of fucking testosterone to inject it before they go do their workouts, which is all there is to do in prison anyway. I don't know. They said he had a TP room. I'm not really sure.
This is the road that fucking works. That Longview road, that road that's hard, but we don't even say that fucking word. Motherfuckers be saying our hard so goddamn much out here, I just tell them no wonder you ain't making it. You said hard 6 fucking times in that sentence. It's impossible for you now with that limiting belief system. We don't even get into that shit. We got a fucking job at hand, and we got fucking 2 feet to put them right in front of the other to get that motherfucker done. Fact is, don't go to motherfucking prison. Everybody will forget about your ass.
Yeah, no shit. Don't go to prison. I don't know. I guess for some people, like going to prison is like it's like a rite of passage, kind of. Like you get your street cred when you go to prison, right? I don't know. Again, I know nothing. I'm basing this off like movies that I've seen. Don't end up a sad individual. Prison is lonely. Prison is painful. Live your wonderful life. Stay grateful and tell your loved ones how much they mean to you today. What a like, you know, when you have such a gruff exterior, I guess, giving a balanced message, the contrast of that, it somehow is more effective, right? So interesting combination here. I'm gonna leave a comment, as I do. I doubt he'll read this. 5,000 freaking comments. Great video, man. Loving the realness. Actually, so interesting to see someone who has been through the prison system come out with what seem to be beliefs and values that are so appropriate for success in the real world. Do you think that this is common for ex-cons, sorry if that's like a bad word, who get out? Or are you more of an anomaly? Great video, ETW. I'm like scared of this guy. I'm like trying to be nice in this comment. But it's honestly not hard to not hard to be nice after watching that. I don't know. It's very good. I liked it. Anyway, you guys got any more recommendations for me? Let me know. Leave me a comment. Peace.